Yo, MSS, what's going on? Giving you guys some bonus content. I just wanted to cover ground about 4-3. Now, like I said, I'm not the 4-3 expert. I'm mostly a 3-4 guy. But I wanted to show you that the concepts for this kind of still work the same for the inside zone run and cover my ground here before I get a lot of questions. Well, does it work from 4-3? Why is it only just 3-4? So I think the same concept applies. We're taking Jamal Charles here. We're in a double set here, inside zone from the Chiefs playbook. And I believe the same concept applies. So let's try this, right? So same strategy as last time. You want to get one-on-one blocking to the point where the left guard or right guard is chasing you to the point where you can loop around and make them crash in and double team to your defensive tackle here. So we base the line. We are going to shift our linebackers to the left, or excuse me, our defensive line to the left. I don't know why the other guy is not doing it. Thank you. Also shifting our linebackers that way. We're going to have this guy move out a couple of yards here. Now, in 4-3, I'm not sure how this works, but I'm just going to say we're going to move him out a few yards. Same thing with our 3-4, except he's going to be more of a zone than he is going to be just blitzing. Same strategy applies. We want to have this guy be on the hip of our defensive tackle here and force this right guard to chase us and eventually bump into our defensive tackle. So if we snap the ball, we got at least contact. That's the main thing you want, is contact to slow them down. So we're going to replay that for those that it kind of buzzed over people's heads here. So snap the ball. Like I said, we're shifting our linebackers to the left. We're moving that left guy, or excuse me, the left outside linebacker that's in the zone out a few steps. We are going to be on our defensive tackle's hip here on the right or left side, depending on where the strong side of formation is. And once again, snap the ball. You want that right guard. You see where that right guard is here? Where you at? If I can click on you. No? Okay. Well, let's go back to our user here. We want him to essentially chase us and kind of be taken out manually by the play to see, and he's lost. He doesn't know where to go here. He's like already behind the play, and we're already in the backfield here. As a user, you want to make sure your users are correct. Like I said, you want to tackle. That's the main ultimate goal. But the main thing is you also want to slow them down to where they're getting negative yards. So moving this in regular speed here, we missed the tackle there with Bobby Wagner, but hey, we got the negative yardage, line loss of yards. Now our opponent is forced to do something else. And like I said, if they continue to do it, it's the same strategy. Nothing's changed. And eventually we're going to have to set up a situation where they're forced to pass. So let's run it again, just in case. Let's run it from a 4-3. Or excuse me, not 4-3, a cover 2 press. Does it change? Does the system change? Probably not. So same thing, move our guy out. If our rest of the defensive line would shift over to the left, that'd be great. Guys, we're just going to physically move him over. And same strategy applies here. Actually move him out a little bit further. No. Same strategy applies. Make sure he's on this defender's hip. Snap the ball. Boom. And that's his stick. That's potential fumble right there. This is out of any 4-3, any base defense, or just any defense at all. That's the main goal. If you know your opponent's going to run inside zone, you just want to be on your defender's hip, have good users, move downfield, boom, hit stick, loss of yards, potential fumble, turnover on downs, possibly. You just get that mindset to your opponent that, hey, maybe I can't run inside zone. Maybe I have to come out on something else. Maybe I have to run a base. Maybe I have to run the counter. Maybe I have to run the draws. Maybe I have to actually pass the ball, force them into mistakes. But if you set that tone early that you can't run inside zones on me, then I'm guaranteeing you guys you have a lot more success on defense against Madden. So once again, from a 4-3 set, we're going to do this one more time. You base a line, shift your line to the left, also shift your linebackers to the left. You want to move your linebacker. If you're in a 3-4, it's going to be a blitzing linebacker. But if you're in a 4-3, it's going to be the guy that's in zone. Move to the strong side of formation. So once again, if it's doubles, you want to move, or trips, and it's on the left side, that's where you shift. Move him out a couple of steps here. Take your middle linebacker here, and you want to move him to the inside of the defensive tackle's hip. If you're in 3-4, it's going to be your nose tackle. If you're in a 4-3, it's going to be your second defensive tackle, depending on where you shift. So the main thing is you want to have good users. You want to force the right guard or left guard, depending on where the formation is, to chase you and to eventually loop around before he even touches you. So once again, I didn't do a good job that time, but even still, the fact that he has to move up in kind of diagonal motion here is giving us good opportunities to stop the run in the backfield or even for like a small yard gain. So boom, we stop him. That's like 1 yard, if that. Otherwise, if you don't do anything, like just say you don't leave him on the defensive tackle. Let's say you do all the steps, right? And if you forget to leave this guy, you bring this guy down and you don't shift your, or excuse me, you shift your line left, right? And if our other guy would move over, thank you. Thank you. Let's say you forget to do that. Let's say you just leave him back here in the background. Thank you. You finally shifted over. Let's say you just forget to do that. Now, even though you could still potentially stop him in the backfield with good user, what if he just does a quick cut like Jamal Charles did organically himself? Just running at full speed. You can stop him in the backfield, but by the time you react, let's say if he's a quick elusive back like Jamal Charles, he can just cut it to the outside, boom, and look, now you're giving up more yards than you should. So always remember 2 things. If you're going to run it, defensive middle linebacker on defensive tackle or nose tackle's hip, move the guy out a few yards in zone. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you stop the inside zone from 4-3 and 3-4. Let me know if this helps you guys in the in your run game on your run defense in game or in practice mode, and let me know what you guys think in the Brain Trust. Comment below, and hopefully we can collaborate on something. If you have something better, please let me know. If not, well, here's your tips to help you get started at least. On the note, guys, I'll see you guys in the next tip video. I'm out. Once again, shout outs to before I go, shout outs to MStack, Hold Fast Hope, and Prime Time for helping this lab. And I'll see you guys next video. Peace.